What is up, Vancouver family? My name is Mike, and here I am bringing you some of the weekly news that I find interesting. Again, these are my personal viewpoints. I'm sorry if you don't agree with them. I try to be as honest as possible, maybe a little bit polarizing, but without further ado, let's get started. So the first article here, I'm sure everyone is aware of the new US laws surrounding abortion. So here's an article basically of this woman saying that she saved her life by choosing abortion. Apparently she chose it twice. So my personal viewpoints is I think everybody should have their own autonomy, but again, I can see the benefit of them obviously wanting abortion to be illegal as well. I like to see two perspectives and not really be too biased about them, but overall I would say choosing abortion is everybody's right. And so here I think she's just echoing the sentiment of half of the US right now. So you can see it's quite polarizing, because I think half of the states, correct me if I'm wrong, but half of the states did choose abortion to be your freedom of choice. So here she says, choosing abortion was never solely about not wanting a child. The choices were about me and my rights. I have the right to good physical and mental health, to an education, to healthy relationships, and to gainful employment. I have the right to autonomy, basically. I am not ashamed of my abortions. I do not feel guilty, sad, or any unfavorable type of way. Choosing abortion saved me. It gave me the space to grow emotionally, to explore and become my true self. It allowed me to choose my life. I think the other viewpoint would just be like, maybe just be a little bit smarter about who you're sleeping with and use contraception, I guess. Again, I'm not too deep into this subject, but that's the sentiment and the talk of basically the half of the world right now. So here you can see another article that says Google searches of move to Canada skyrocket after US abortion ruling. So it looks like a lot of people are wanting to move to Canada. I can see why, because half of the US is enforcing this new rule. So it says here, searches for how much does it cost to move to Canada and is abortion legal in Canada also became breakout searches following the Supreme Court's ruling. So this is, I guess, exciting. So we might get some new people. Canada is obviously known as the land of the free. So now that US is not known as that, searches for can I move to Canada were up 180%, and simply move to Canada from the US was up by 90%. So this is very interesting. I'll probably be doing a more thorough, in-depth video on this. So make sure that you like and subscribe if you like this content. So next up, we have a new poll finds housing, homelessness, top issues ahead of BC municipal elections. So this is not a new story. I think this is beginning since money has existed, people complaining about the fact that they cannot afford things. Obviously, Vancouver is one of the most expensive cities in Canada, if not the most expensive city. So this conversation is definitely not new. Here, this lady mentions that she's renting a tiny studio which costs $1,600 a month, which is basically one of her paychecks. Now, what I would say to this personally, and again, I have all the sympathy in the world for people that cannot afford housing, which is most of this generation, is that you just up your skills and become more valuable in the marketplace. This should serve as momentum. I know I grew up low income family, so most people middle income or low income, they definitely will be in the same situation and they can definitely relate, but this should just fuel you to be able to add more value to the world, to become a creator, not a consumer, and just up your salary. So I don't really see it as a bad thing. Again, this is beginning since money has existed. Here it says, when is it going to change? We're all going to be homeless. I think rather than seeping yourself in this type of this mindset, again, it should fuel you to make a little bit more money. But the good news is, obviously, this is ahead of the elections. We have Jagmeet Singh proposing $1,000, check for Canadians due to the inflation and the high costs of everything. If you shop around, groceries are obviously becoming more expensive. Everything's becoming more expensive. Rent, cost of living, all that stuff. So it's getting harder and harder to afford the everyday cost of life. Families are really hurting. Obviously, he's trying to win some votes. So again, print that money, give it to us, baby. Printing money is, I don't think, is the solution to everything, but looks like he's trying to gain some votes, which I don't care. Give me that $1,000. I'm happy with that. Next up we have, looks like Granville Island is trying to vote on having a car-free weekend. I don't know if this is a new thing, but it looks like most people are interested in this vote. Basically, I went to Granville Island over this weekend and there was a huge traffic jam of cars just trying to find parking. I was just trying to film some B-roll content for my videos that will be upcoming. Basically, it's just not a great experience. The cars were basically just stalled there, and you could probably see that a lot of people were frustrated. Obviously, they're trying to go there for a good time. I would say try to utilize the public transit. Granville Island's very accessible, so either walk there or, yeah, just take public transit. I personally think this is a good thing. I would like to see this pass, especially on the weekends. I think it makes sense. Okay, next up we have what everybody is aware of in the last few days, the heat wave. Just some warnings. It says it could reach up to 34 degrees. I think yesterday I was out in Langley and it did reach 34 degrees, which I personally like just because I am from a hot climate. If you have AC, this is not a problem. You can obviously go hang around in malls or any air-conditioned place, but I think it's really nice. You can sweat it all out, detox it. I think last year we had those couple days where it was just like hotter than 34 degrees, and that was a little bit ridiculous. We'll see if it gets there this weekend. Or sorry, not this weekend, this summer. Here's an article that will help you. So it says, try to keep your pets cool. Dogs and cats can definitely overheat. It says dogs can die within 10 minutes of being left in a car and suffer impermanent brain damage. So they also urge anyone who sees an animal left in a car, especially on a hot day, to just contact the SPCA hotline. I doubt many people are going to do this because, again, you don't know how long that dog has been left in the car. I know that here in Kitsilano, most people leave their windows down, especially if their dog's in it. And I think they're just running to grab groceries. So I doubt many people will be reporting anything unless it's like the windows are up and maybe it's like in a Walmart parking lot or something like that where you don't know how long it's going to be. But yeah, just an FYI. You can also leave some cool treats for your pets. Make sure that you take care of your pets. You definitely don't want them dying in heat. Next up, we have volunteers clean up after Vancouver Beach is left littered with trash. So I was at Kitts Beach a couple days ago on the weekend, and it was just freaking packed. Now, just fucking clean up your shit, guys. Make sure that you don't leave garbage. It's pretty ridiculous. I have a feeling that the locals near the beach definitely know this rule, but maybe people from the suburbs that are just coming here to drink or whatever it is leave their cans and all their garbage here. So please clean up. Here we have Vancouver officials optimistic in Stanley Park. So here we have coyotes, which is very interesting. I would never think that I know coyotes exist in the parks. I never thought it was this big of a problem. Check this out. It says 45 people, including children, reported being bitten or nipped by a coyote between December 2020 and August 20. So less than a year, 45 people got nipped, which is freaking crazy. So here they are trying to create new garbage cans, create new feeding laws, obviously giving a fine out, and they're saying that this will help that. So obviously less litter means less food everywhere, and this is a good thing. So the penalty of feeding wildlife is $500. I think they should up that. I don't think people should be feeding, especially coyotes. It's kind of crazy. I don't know what qualifies as wildlife. Like if you're feeding birds, maybe that's an interesting, a lower fine, but I think this should be like a $5,000 fine just to discourage it even more. I know I personally won't be feeding any coyotes this year. All right, next up we have BC endangered killer whales have been going hungry for years. I found this study quite interesting. I feel like it's a nothing burger, but again, I am not a climate or a studier of these type of animals. So it says the animals have faced for years deficiencies in their diet, getting 17% less food than what they need. I don't know, it seems quite specific, 17%. I know that I personally, if I got 17% less food, I would probably be okay because fasting is great. If you did not eat enough, you would find yourself not being able to do other things like socializing. So that's very interesting. Obviously, if you're starving, you're not going to be able to do a lot of things, but 17% less food? I don't know. I feel like nature will take care of itself. I don't know if this is a human thing that we can help with, but nature always seems to level itself out. So we'll just see how this evolves. All right, next up we have, should Vancouver Park Board spend $140 million on a pole? This is a very interesting thing. So the Vancouver Aquatic Center, most people know this little building by Sunset Beach, is looking to basically renovate and upgrade. You can see this poll here. I voted no, which seems to be the majority of people right now. So no, now is not the time for big expensive projects. I feel like with the recession and the economy right now, I don't think spending $140 million on a pool is top of mind. Like, everybody can just fucking hop in the ocean where it's not chlorinated. But that's my personal opinion. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. All right, next up we have Tamara Leach. I don't know how to pronounce her name. She was arrested. She's the co-organizer of that Freedom Convoy that happened not too long ago. I'm sure everybody is aware of this. Here we say, here Maxine Benaire, again, I might be butchering that name, the leader of the People's Party, says this is disgusting and says that she is basically a courageous woman and we should not be doing this to her. I saw a Facebook post, and it was kind of split. A lot of people are not, obviously, with the vaccine, the whole vaccine controversy, I was a little bit split. So there's a lot of comments in there saying that this was a good thing, and a lot of people also defending her. So let me know your guys' comments. I have no personal opinions on this. This is an interesting news. So Canadians will be charged to visit Europe. Oh my God, everybody going to Europe is going to be charged in 2023. So looks like Europe's trying to create some rules around people visiting, but unfortunately it's just going to be only about $10 for each application, so that's not bad. I think a lot of people will be willing to pay that, especially if they're going to Europe. The cost of a baguette, right? So the final news article today is that Fairmont at the YVR is named the best airport hotel in North America. So Vancouver actually wins a lot of awards. I think Kitts Beach won the fittest city or the fittest area of Canada or something like that. I don't know how they did that poll, but the airport here in Vancouver has also won numerous awards for the best airport, and now we have the Fairmont Hotel being one of the best in the world. So they actually apparently 13 million questionnaires by Travels, and they ranked the hotel based on like the value, the cleanliness, the spa, the food, and just, I guess, how far it is away from the from everything. So part of what makes the hotel feel so spectacular is it is the right airport and not a cab. It is right at the airport, sorry, and not a cab ride away in the middle of Richmond. So I don't know, take what you want out of this article, but we're winning a lot of awards. So I think a lot of cities, obviously this is local news, will highlight anything that they win. So I'm just really happy that everybody's doing a great job. So if you work at the Fairmont, great job. And that's it for news this week. Stay tuned. Again, like and subscribe if you like this content. I'll be creating a lot of cool things here in Vancouver, including trying amazing restaurants, gyms, and showing you guys the best of Vancouver and what it has to offer. I also have been couch surfing and hosting a lot of people lately, so I've been in the vibe of traveling. It's really picking up now that summer's coming along. So take care, God bless, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.